Do you struggle swinging over the top, causing big slices, losing tons of distance and accuracy? Well, maybe you've been trying everything, pulling the club down, working on your downswing, but in reality, if you don't address your setup and your backswing, you will never stop swinging over the top. Hi everybody, Darren Falk here at Break 90 Golf, and today we're going to look at a lesson I had recently with a gentleman who suffered this big over-the-top swing, and we're going to talk about two things we changed in his setup and then how that impacted his backswing that got him to hitting draws in just 5 minutes. Let's get to it. So here's what's happening with your setup is your feet are in pretty good shape, right? I like the right foot back a little bit, weight a little bit forward. But what's happening is you're setting up where your right shoulder is higher than the left. So look at where my setup is. Where are my shoulders pointed now? Left. To the left. And watch, I do it from this viewpoint. Watch what happens. Where's the club going to go? Left. Has to. It's also going to really prohibit the backswing because your club's going to go where? Yeah. Just going to work straight up. Okay, so what we need to feel in your setup, I like the right foot back a little bit for you, but I care more about what the shoulders are doing than I do the feet. Okay, so we need the shoulders now. If I put my left hand on the club and had the left arm and club in a straight line first, from here, if I put my right hand on, notice what has to happen with my right shoulder. It's going to have to be what? A little bit lower than the left. So now where this is going to help you, rather than thinking of the knee going in, I just want your backswing now to be thinking more of the shoulders, and you feel like you're turning your back to the target. Because what's happening, you're setting up this way, your weight goes back, but then the bigger issue is that your club's only going about here. And from this viewpoint, where's the club going? It's just going to go out. And what are you going to have to do? Swing down and across. So there's your low pull, which was the first ball you hit. Low pulls with the drivers, or to get the face open, the ball's going to curve off to the right, the slice. Okay, so a lot of that's going to be in your setup for you, where we just need to make sure the hips forward, but that we make sure that this right shoulder, the shoulders in general, are going to feel like they're closed along with the hips, as opposed to this shoulder being high and the shoulders being turned to the left. Because you were setting up, even the first one, you had the hips and the shoulders pointed to the left. You look sort of this way. Now from this setup position, what can my body do? Not a whole lot. Whereas watch the reverse. Pull the right shoulder back, pull the right hip back. Look what my club can do now. Swing where? Way deeper backswing, but also a little more shallow to help get rid of that slice too. Okay, make sense? Yeah. Okay, so come on over here. Go ahead and just set up like you normally would. We'll get you in the right spot.
Like I normally would, or like you just told me to do?
Like you normally would. Good, so we're gonna move the ball back in your stance to move your feet towards the target more. There you go, good, stay right there, good. Now, you're gonna slide your left hip right to here. Good. Now as we push the hands forward, good, and feel the shoulders back even a little bit more. Good, so feel the right shoulder though. Look what happens when you move that right hand on. There you go. Shoulders need to be this way.
Need to be this way?
Look at my shaft.
Yep.
I want your shoulders aimed this way. You're aimed over here.
Okay.
I want them this way, so pull that right shoulder back even more. There you go, feel that? Yeah.
Okay,
now move a little further away from that golf ball maybe. There you go, good. Good. Yep, go for it. That was different.
Totally different.
Very different. Yep, a little thin, but that was way different. Your body moved a lot easier. All right, so now that we got the setup better, that's gonna get us in a position where we can get the backswing a little bit better as well too. Okay, so what you just showed me, your slap shot for hockey, is exactly how you're swinging the golf club.
Yeah.
You're setting up like this, you're picking the club straight up, and then you're swinging down and across it.
Yeah.
So okay for hockey, terrible for golf, okay? So we need to really reverse that. Now again, you're gonna always have some of those biases. You're not gonna probably be able to hit draws because a lot of that's gonna be ingrained into you, but we can get this to where we can at least hit some solid shots. And yeah, right? Yeah. So first is in your setup is getting the weight forward and the shoulder and hip back. That's setting you up to swing more out at the golf ball or out to the right. Okay, now in your backswing, two things we need to do to get a longer backswing. Okay, the first is with this right hip. Your tendency is for your hips to work laterally this way, which again goes back to what your slap shot was. Their hips push back What happens with that? The right knee is what? Very bent. And the right hip is moved where? Back. What we need to do to get a longer backswing, we need to get the hips to turn. And in order for the hips to turn, we have to let the right leg straighten. Okay, so the longest hitters have the right leg extend the most. So notice how my leg starts, and notice it's my whole right side of my body is what? Extending. It's like I'm starting a lawnmower. My whole right side of my body is pulling back. Yep. The second thing we're gonna do for you, kind of two things. One, your chest, we're gonna make sure it's going up to the sky, which you do okay. But the next thing for you is gonna be this right arm, okay? And this right shoulder is you're gonna feel the right shoulder like you're throwing a ball, the right elbow working more around your body or around your rib cage. There you go. Your tendency would be, here's your slap shot, your right elbow is like this right here. And look how the right shoulder is turning in like you're winning an arm wrestling contest. You gotta feel like you're losing the arm wrestling contest, okay? So your swing now is gonna feel, and you said you didn't like the feeling of the left leg, perfect, we're not gonna worry about that. It's for you, it's gonna be more of right side. Okay, so what you're gonna feel, we take the one arm swing here, you're gonna let the right leg extend or straighten, which does what to my hip? Turns it behind me, perfect, good. Then you're gonna feel that this right arm, okay, you're gonna get that golf club as far away from that golf ball as you possibly can. What most people think when they think of extension, they're thinking of this direction.
That's what I would have thought.
But look at the distance from where the club is there to the golf ball versus where the club is here to the golf ball. I got twice as much. Now, granted, my left arm's not on the golf club, but look at how much more travel time and potential speed I'm building in. It's also gonna give you more time to keep moving your weight forward as well, too. When you went here, you had no time. What'd you have to do? You'd have to stay back here because you just had no time to move forward. Okay, so we're gonna let the right leg extend or straighten, and we're just gonna feel this whole right side of the body straightening, and look at how far back that right arm is gonna feel for you. So you're gonna feel like your right arm is staying completely straight because that's gonna give you more depth, okay, which is gonna help you to shallow the club out and swing out more to the right, get rid of the slices, but it's also gonna give you more time and more speed, more distance, okay?
What I found when I was playing is
Yep.
the few times that I remember
Yeah, there,
straight,
perfect.
I
Yeah,
was gaining 10, 15 yards.
yeah, good, right? So you're gonna feel right arm straight, and you're gonna feel this right leg, right, straightening. That's gonna be your feel, okay? As opposed to where you are over here, okay? Good, so come on over here. Good, yep, good. So pull that right foot back a little bit, good. You can flare out the right toe a little bit too. There you go, good. You're gonna keep the weight forward. Yep, good, good. Yep, that's right. Good. Perfect. Now do a backswing for me. Let the right hip keep the weight left. There you go, and let that keep going back with that backswing. Get that right arm back as far as you possibly can. That's your feel, perfect. Good, good, hit one just like that. Keep that weight left, that same backswing. That's a good miss there. Little thin there, keep that weight on the left foot. All right, so this is what you're gonna feel. That's your feel. Get that right arm back as far as you possibly can. Now think about it, if your weight goes back to your right foot, it's gonna limit how far back that arm can go, doesn't it? You gotta feel like everything is going this way, right? You're moving towards the target in the backswing. Good, great setup there.
I moved it the wrong way.
Yep. Which way did you move?
I moved back.
Yep.
And it came up like crap.
Yep, that's why. Yeah, it came out high and soft because of that. Yep, good. So keep that weight moving forward. Get that right arm, pull that right arm back behind you. Good, shoulders more closed. Other way, to the right. There you go. Nice job. Better one there. All right, so take a look here. So we got the before on the left, after on the right, and we put the little skeleton figure up there. The first thing we see in the setup is we pull that right foot back a little bit. Um, I like that little close stance for you. But then more importantly, notice the right shoulder, the blue dot, is getting a little bit more in line with the red. Whereas you look at the before, that blue dot was outside the red. So the right shoulder was very, very internally rotated at the setup. And your hips and your shoulders are both aiming left of the target. Okay. And that was the start of getting you to be very restricted on your backswing, which is then going to set you up to have that over the top downswing. So we got the right foot pulled back. We've got the right shoulder, right, feeling a little bit more closed or behind you as well, too. Okay. And then from there in the backswings, we take you back to before, because of where your setup was, weight a little bit on the back foot too, hips and shoulders to the left. The only place the club can go is straight up. Right? And we look at the right shoulder there, it stayed very, very internally rotated. So like you're winning an arm wrestling contest, right? That's the feeling, right? Kind of very, pinched in, really, is just a way to think about it too. On the right, your two feels was, again, in an effort to get the club more around your body, you're going to let the right leg straighten, which was going to help the right hip move back behind you a little bit more to create a little bit of width. And also the feel of for you is that the right arm was staying completely straight. Now, obviously it's going to bend a little bit, but you need to feel like it was staying straight. So as we take a look at what that looks like now in the backswing, okay, notice with the right leg extending and straightening, and then look at the differences between these two. Okay, look how much space is between your legs, right? And again, a lot of that comes just from presetting that right foot back. I love that. No issue with that whatsoever to help get you a little bit more depth. And then look at the difference with the right shoulder. Okay, that's the elbow traveling more around your body, right? Rather than staying in, right? That's the throwing of the ball, right? Feeling the elbow, throwing a football, throwing a baseball, the elbow's working more around your rib cage, right? And that's what's going to give you the depth. Now, where that initially, at the end of the day, what we're really looking for is how is this going to help us? Well, because of your old backswing, there's your over the top move. Okay. There's the club swinging to the left. If the club face is closed, it's going to be a low pull. If the face is open to the target or open to the path, then ball is going to have a big slice to it. And that's the two shots that you were fighting. Whereas with this one now, because of where the club is on the backswing, look at the difference now on the downswing, right? We go to club parallel to the ground and we're absolutely perfect, right in line with the hands at that point in the swing. So on the left, you're going to have to really work hard to avoid that club crashing into the ground. You swing down across. There was the pull, whereas this one, much straighter into the golf ball now. And we see that ball starting straight. And if anything had just a little bit of drawback at the end, here was your low pull. And then we saw the other ones where the club face was opening, and there's the big, big slice to the right. Thanks everybody for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you have not already done so, please make sure to like this video and also subscribe to the channel. Subscribing is free, doesn't cost you anything, and allows me to continue to put out content for everybody. If you would like to work with me, we may do so in person at Holly Ridge Golf Club on Cape Cod, or we can do so online using the Skillest app. And you'll see links to both of those in the description below. If there was anything you would like to see in future videos, please make sure to mention that in the comments, and I'll be happy to address it going forward. And as always, thank you for joining and look forward to seeing you again next time.